let's do this. So, I want to talk about the 3 reasons why I got this motorcycle. This is not working. Disappointing. Now that we're getting this video, the audio in nicely, I think it's recording, so it should be working just fine. Have the helmet, this new helmet that helps with the the wind noise, so I can talk without any issues. And when I get to this stoplight, we can talk more about the 3 reasons why I got this bike over the T120. Because in my last video, I was talking about how those were the options. So the first reason was price. Well, let me backtrack before I even really get into the first reason. After the accident, I was trying to figure out, which bike to get. It was the Triumph T120, and I was talking about how, I'm thinking about a few things. I'm thinking about long distance riding. I'm thinking about customization. I'm thinking about, style of the bike. Loving Triumph, loving all the bikes. But I'm also thinking about getting something new. That's an opportunity to do something different. And with the opportunity to get something different, I was saying to myself, the bike that got away in 2019 or 2020 was exactly this bike, the Interceptor 650, Royal Enfield's INT 650. So, and the reason was because right during the pandemic, it seemed like everyone was getting a bicycle, everyone was getting a scooter, everyone was getting a motorcycle, everyone was trying to be outdoors. And so, with the price that the Interceptor comes with, along with the style, probably, warranty deals, everything that came with it, these were a hot commodity, and I just couldn't get them. But a little, months later, I was able to get something comparable, which was the Street 20. And so with the Street Twin, I had an amazing time. But as you know from the last video up there, I got into an accident, and so I needed to make some changes. So I was looking at the T120. I went over to Select Cycles in Greensboro and had an amazing experience. I was even thinking between the T120 and the Speed Twin 1200. Now I know you're probably thinking, Steven, these are like 3 different bikes doing 3 different things. Speed Twin 1200 is a lot sportier. T120, a cooler, relaxed, but more powerful version of the Speed Twin, or the Street Twin, as it was formerly known as. And I would like to pass this person. And And then, how'd you end up with a Royal Enfield? Interceptor 650 is all different bikes. So, I really thought, 1 mile to right. Okay. I was really interested in getting something that was great as a commuter, but also at the same time gave me some flexibility. Hey, buddy. Gave me some flexibility to go long distances. And so that's where the T120 came in. And so when I thought about the T120 versus the Speed Twin, the ride of the T120 was very different. So after hanging out with the Speed Twin 1200 and the T120, I ended up deciding, because of the riding position, the T120 did everything that I wanted it to do. It gave me everything that I could do with the Speed Twin, and it did everything I needed it to do with the Street Twin. And also, if I needed to make any adjustments, that's a cool entry, right? If I need to make any adjustments to the ECU, which is something I like to do, I could do that. I don't need to necessarily get the same, different bike. It's literally the same engine. They just tune it differently, for different needs to sell different bikes. So between the Thruxton, the Speed Twin 1200, and the T120, it's really the same engine, just different tuning. So after that ride, I saw the Speed 10 was a little bit more aggressive, which if you look at this, you're like, oh, well, this is aggressive too. And then we'll get into price in a minute. But the reason why I ended up going with the this keeps telling me to make a left turn, and it's not true. It's angering me. And so from there on, I made a shift to say, hey, okay, this is what I'll do. I'm looking at the T120 now because it's kind of an all-around winner. It's an all-around winner, and it's just a beautiful bike. I can do whatever. I can customize it if I want to make it more aggressive, slightly aggressive, whatever I want to do, I can do that. Yeah, I hope that I had to take a quick break. As I was looking at this ride, I realized, one, it's giving me wrong directions, so this is a complete waste of time in regards to that. And two, I hope that it's not ruining the audio that I need for what I'm doing right now. So I came to the decision between T120 and I realized, even if I'm getting it used, I saw, and here we go, this is where the story comes full circle, that same, what's going on, boss? That same bike was that they had different versions at Select Cycle. So I'm here looking, I was like, all right, T120, 9,000, 10,000, not bad. But then I see this here for like 4,000, and it kind of changed the game for me. So now, as we talk about price, this is where price comes in. So 9, 10, 11,000. Is this turn? It is not. So as I think about price, 4,000 compared to 9, big difference. So my thinking is, or was at the time, but still is, I can get this bike and put that money into customizing it and still have enough to get a second bike at some point. Well, if I were to get a different bike, I would need to, let's say the T120 specifically, I would need to, save up a little longer to get a second bike. So the idea is, for this bike, I can use that money to customize the way I want. In another video, I'll talk about all the things I've done to it. Oh, this is it. I need some gas. Actually, should have gotten gas before, but yikes. Because now I'm on to... Is there a gas station in there? So that's how I was able to get this bike, which is, this is about $4,000, a little bit more on top of the fees and all that. But using the rest of the money to, I didn't use $5,000, $6,000 more to customize the bike, but using any extra money to do that, that was the, that was a big change for me. Because now we get into number 2, the second reason why, not only the price of the bike, but the price to customize. Something I've noticed with Royal Enfield and Triumph, if I had to compare, the prices for customization, let's say aftermarket parts, unless you're doing your own fabricating, which is a different story. But the price for some of those parts, let's say British Customs, Motone, things like that, all obviously great places, by the way. That's where I would get my customized parts and aftermarket parts. But those are a little bit pricier because of the market and because of Triumph and the type of motorcycle you're getting. Those aftermarket parts cost more than Royal Enfield ones. And so not only was I starting from a lower price point even just to get the bike stock, which actually it wasn't completely stock when I got it, so another win. The price to get aftermarket parts for the Royal Enfield are even cheaper. So I'm even saving more money customizing the Royal Enfield than I would if I started at a higher price point and customized the Triumphs. Even if I got a similarly priced Royal Enfield, similarly priced Triumph, or something closer to that price, it would still cost more to customize. So there's that. And to be honest, for me to get a Triumph at that price point, like 4Gs. I mean, that has to either be an old Triumph, which, you know, that's fine if you want an older bike. Probably carbureted. Oh, there's gas. Shit. Didn't see that there. Alright, this is the tricky part because I can't see. Come on, hurry up. There we go. All right. So, all around, I'm saving. Saving money. So, it seemed like just a better choice in terms of the initial price and also the price to customize parts. Nice. The price to customize parts, are just so much cheaper. It was kind of a no-brainer. Mind you, I wasn't even thinking about Royal Enfield at all. But when you have by the way, this is a used 2021 model. So it's not that old. Went through the servicing. The tires are already tubeless. It came with aftermarket pipes. It came with tech adjustable foot pegs. So really, when you think about it, I was winning from the start, and it was really just what they're waiting for me. I think this is the left turn, the right turn I need to make. It is the right turn I need to make. On that gravel. Here we go. Let's see if I remember where I'm going from now. So, those are the top two reasons. And then reason number 3, which, to be honest, I wasn't expecting, was the color. Yeah, I'm not really big into red anymore. I used to like red. Now more of a blue and neutral tone, earthy tone person. But now, you know, when I saw this, instantly I started to envision different things to do with the bike. Man, this person's really right on me right now. And so with the red, eventually I will, you know, as I go through the next video, or the next couple of videos when I talk about customization, I'm going to talk a little bit about the vision that I had for the bike and how it looks currently from how it was when it was semi-stock, if you will. But when I saw it, I all of a sudden just had a different type of vision for this bike. I felt, I don't know, it was different. It was just different. I don't even know how I can fully explain. It kind of spoke to me. you know, when the bike, it's almost like when something chooses you, whether it's a pet or a car, bike, that feeling of it just, you know, just saying, yeah, this is actually what you were looking for. So that's the feeling I had when I saw it. When I saw it online, saw it in person, didn't even test ride it, which is probably, you know, I would never recommend somebody not test riding anything before you get it. But it just seemed right, and here we are. So I'll probably have several videos talking a little bit about what it's like to own it, kind of the first impressions of the last few months with it. I've had some issues with it, but, you know, there have been well-documented Royal Enfield folks. Okay, yeah. Thank you so much for doing that. Great job. Royal Enfield folks who talked about all sorts of things, which are, you know, some of the electrical components and all of that. But you know, this in particular, this bike was a steal. And if you look at my Instagram, which Merck's Moto, if you look at my some of the pictures that I even put on YouTube in the community section, the bike's beautiful. And if I had to compare it to the street one, it's definitely well worth the purchase, without a doubt. I mean, when you talk about four grand, and let's say you put in you know, another, let's say, $1,000 or $1,500 over time on the bike to get it just the way you want it. Listen, I mean, that's still less money than if I were to get the T120 used, not even brand new, used, without customizing a thing after that. Significantly cheaper. So those are my three reasons. I don't want to keep this video too long. In the other videos coming up over the next few weeks and few months, I'll talk a little more in depth about the reasons why I've done some of these modifications. I may have changed some things that the previous owner has done, and also kind of the future of the bike. You know, so what I've done, future of the bike, what I plan to do with it. So, thanks for listening, folks. It would help me out 5,000% more if you were. Oh, this is my little spot. If you were to subscribe, because we get a lot of new users on here. Subscribe, please, and also, not only subscribe, but it would help a lot if you were to not only subscribe, but like the video. You gotta like it. It actually helps out just as much as subscribing, because it puts the video out there for more folks. So if you can, like the video, subscribe for me, comment. Let's get a conversation going on this bike here. This is what it looks like now. It's different from what it was even when I first got it. It's really not stock at all, but I'll get into all those things at a later time. So folks, catch you later.